Hey, how's it going? So I want to let you know a little bit today about what the window of tolerance is and what it means when we're in a freeze, a fight, flight, or fawn reaction. So the window of tolerance, and I kind of put that at sort of the center, like in my chest area. It's this place where when we're in that space, it's a parasympathetic response, meaning our parasympathetic nervous system is what helps us rest and digest. So we have a parasympathetic response when we're feeling calm and we're feeling confident and we're feeling, real, safe in ourselves, and we're feeling like creative and courageous, and we have clarity, we can think straight, things like that. And when we are in having a trauma reaction, our window of tolerance is very, very small, like very tight, like not open, right? The more we work on healing and regulating our nervous systems and getting us into a calm space in our nervous systems, like automatically and regulating them to a place where, automatically our bodies start remembering how to regulate ourselves, the window of tolerance opens and we have more capacity to hold more of those, feelings, states of calmness and confidence and things like that. When we're in a sympathetic response, meaning we're in fight or flight, here's the window of tolerance, we pop up into fight, or we want to flee, right? Run away. And that's when we get triggered, and when our nervous system gets very scared or very angry or anxious or something due to outside circumstances, life, trauma, re-triggering of trauma. When our brain gets, triggered, our amygdala in our brain gets triggered into like a, response, then we go into a fight or flight. And that can happen in our toxic relationships, in our jobs, when we're actually being, run down by a tiger, and that would be a real situation where we would have to go into fight or flight, and that's what we need it for. We do need it. We just don't need it in our relationships all the time, and that's why I help with the abuse trauma coaching, because it's very, very, very toxic for your body and poisonous for your body to be in relationships that create the fight or flight response on a continual basis. That's just the easiest way to say that. If you can imagine how upset and triggered you can be when somebody that you've been relating with is almost always continually creating havoc in your system and making you feel, stressed and like you want to fight them, or you want to run away from them, or you want to freeze and shut down completely. That's not healthy. I mean, unfortunately, it's part of our lives in many relationships and in many situations, but still does not make it healthy or good for our bodies. So there's also the freeze, right? So when you're little and you are traumatized or abused, you have to shut down your desire to fight. You have to shut down the anger. You have to shut everything down. So shame comes in and says, okay, stop it. Do not fight them. You might die. That parent, that person could actually kill you. Now, this isn't going unconsciously. This is coming from the primal brain that knows how to keep you alive. So shame is a protective measure that comes in to freeze, tamp down and freeze your feelings into position, so you can shut down into kind of a numbing space. And once we start to heal the nervous system, it starts to unthaw, and so some of those feelings of fight or flight may pop up again. You might get triggered very quickly as you're reorganizing your system, okay? And that's totally normal, but those feelings have been frozen for a long time. Part of healing trauma is to let your body feel the feelings, okay? And then there's also the fawn response, which is the submit, appease. It's also sort of a shutdown response. Okay, fine, wave the red flag. I'll just do it your way. I don't want any trouble here. Tell me how I can serve you. Tell me how I can make you feel better. It doesn't matter how I feel and that you just hit me over across the face or call me a bad name. I'll do what I need to do to calm you down so I stay safe. Okay, and that's sort of like the fawn. That's a fawn response. It's sort of like an appease and submit, pleasing, people pleasing. Also a shutdown. Now, This numbing and freezing and also the shutdown into fawn is also a parasympathetic response in your nervous system. It helps you stay safe and alive, and it shuts you down. And sometimes people go to alcohol and drugs, sex, food, things that help you numb and shut down, because that's how your body has learned to stay safe under threat and survive, by shutting you down and numbing you out. Okay, now again, at the time you learned to do it, these were very, very healthy coping strategies. They were adaptive coping strategies to help you survive. As you are an adult now, you don't need those same strategies. Okay, you can expand your window of tolerance. This is what we do in my coaching. We expand your window of tolerance so that you have more capacity, and you have and so when you do get triggered, you regulate much faster. You don't stay up in fight or flight or down in freeze and shut down for as long, although it can happen because life is triggering sometimes. But you learn to, pendulate between and okay, let me calm this down manually, and then also your body regulates it automatically after we work together. So I hope this helps. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to do some work on this, let me know. This is very, very, very healing. It is very, very healing work. It is amazing. I can't even say enough about how quickly your nervous system wants to adapt to health. Okay, and when you heal your nervous system, you start having more choices. You have a choice then. You have boundaries that happen automatically from inside yourself, rather than, I should probably tell that guy I don't want to talk to him anymore because he's a jerk. It's like, I'm going to step away from this guy because he's kind of a jerk and I don't need to put up with it. And I love myself. I'm standing in my window of tolerance, my truth of my knowing that I'm worthy. And also when you're calm, your brain, the part of your brain that thinks logically through things, comes back online. And then you can kind of do the pros and cons of whether you should talk to the jerk anymore. Okay? So a lot of great benefits come from just stabilizing the nervous system. So let me help you with that. Please. I love to. It's so amazing. It's such wonderful work for our world. I really promise you that. So please contact me at www.bloomingintoyou.com/freebie. Check out my little free starter kit course, and then sign up to talk to me and see if we can schedule time to have a discovery call, and I'll be happy to see if I can help you. Have a good day. Bye.